Good night and welcome to Benalmádena's first English news broadcast. Digital Costa del Sol brings you every Friday all the information about this week's news. The Town Hall of Benalmádena celebrated last week a minute of silence against gender violence at Plaza de Austria, a solemn act in which we were able to see the Mayor Victor Navas and other members of the government team.
The Democratic Women's Movement of Benalmádena held a minute of silence against gender violence last Friday at Plaza de Austria in Arroyo de la Miel, with many neighbors and members of the government team present at this solemn act. After reading a manifesto and the minute of silence, we were able to speak with the mayor of Benalmádena, Victor Navas, who stressed the importance of giving visibility to this issue and work on it from all areas.
Hoy todo el día gira en torno a la repulsa contra la violencia.
Today is a day of repulsion against male violence, and with this concentration we express our indignation at the 38 murders of women, among which unfortunately includes a neighbor of Benalmádena, and our solidarity with the families and victims. We want to convey a message to society. These women are not alone and have the full support of the institutions and society, despite some who persist in their denialism. We will continue to work on allocating resources and means to fight the scourge of male violence and to achieve real and effective equality between the sexes. The Deputy Mayor, Pablo Centella, stressed that it is vital that institutions and society work together, showing commitment to this cause.
La práctica totalidad del equipo de gobierno del Ayuntamiento de Benalmádena.
Practically the entire government team we have joined today to this concentration called by feminist groups to raise our voices against male violence. This is a government team very committed to gender equality and the fight against gender violence. The Ward of Benalmádena Culture also joins this cry and raises its voice against gender violence. We were also able to speak with Sandra García, president of the MDM Benalmádena, who highlighted the figure of Ana Orantes and also emphasized the need to give visibility to the cause.
Este año es un año muy especial porque estamos recordando las 38.
The concentration has a special character this year because we remember the 38 women and 2 children killed, but also the women killed in the various wars that are currently in the world. There are not only in Ukraine, but there are up to 48 active conflicts. Of course, we also remember Ana Orantes, whose bravery led to her tragic murder at the hands of her ex-husband and ended up giving rise to the first comprehensive law against gender violence in Spain. Today, it has been exciting to see men and women working together in the fight for women's rights and freedoms. It is important to continue encouraging victims to use the means made available to them by institutions and feminist associations to get out of this situation. The International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women is commemorated annually to denounce violence against women and to demand policies in all countries for its eradication. It is necessary to continue to remember that women suffer for the mere fact of being women, whether physical, psychological, sexual, or economic violence.
The Mayor of Benalmádena, Victor Navas, offered a press conference together with the Roads and Works Councilman Joaquín Villazón to explain the delays in the contracting works of the municipality after several tenders were deserted.
The Mayor of Benalmádena, Victor Navas, and Roads and Works Councilman Joaquín Villazón held a press conference on Thursday to report on the difficulties that the current situation of inflation and economic uncertainty in the world is generating in the municipal works contracting process, which has caused an increase in the price of raw materials and a lack of availability of materials.
Estos días se hace una llamada a la Asociación de Promotores y Constructores de Málaga.
These last days, we made a call to the Provincial Association of Builders and Developers of Málaga to participate in tenders for works promoted from the City Council. The award of a work as important as the expansion of the cemetery of Arroyo de la Miel are at risk of being deserted. At the last minute, 3 bids were submitted, which are already being studied for award if there are no new setbacks. With this example, I want to highlight the difficulties that all municipalities municipalities find to complete the contracting of works. I ask the public for patience in the case of possible delays in the projects because we are living a complex context as a result of inflation and economic uncertainty, spurred by reasons such as the war in Ukraine. Navas reviewed some tenders that were deserted and stressed that they have increased budgets to cope with rising prices. Many of the tenders we are launching are becoming desert due to these circumstances, added to the fact that many of the bidding companies do not have qualified personnel or the guarantee of supply to tackle the work. The rehabilitation of Jardines del Muro in Benalmádena Pueblo, the remodeling of Mozart Street, the urban gardens or the asphalt plants, of which we have managed to save one that has already gone out to tender, are some of the recent works whose bidding has been deserted. I'm asking for commitment to builders and developers because all the works that we are putting out to tender have a supplement added to the cost to compensate for the price increases of the last few years. As an example, the asphalting plants that are being tendered now and next January, which will have a rise of almost 40% over the last tender. For his part, Villazón asked for patience and explained the problem of relocating items in the new budgets.
Como muy bien ha dicho el alcalde, nos estamos encontrando con un problema.
We have an important problem, since these works that respond to commitments made to the neighbors. We have reacted quickly to put them all out to tender again. We ask for patience as we will respond to all these needs. Another problem is the fiscal year change, which forces us to charge some works plan for this year to the budget of 2023. Municipal accounts that we have provided with greater investment to ensure the execution of the works. We are making a special effort to get as soon as possible the asphalting plants, very important for the progress and improvement of the city.
Benalmádena prepares its participatory budgets after the success of the previous experiences. City Hall opened a new citizen participation process in order to find new projects to improve the quality of life in the municipality.
Citizen Participation Councilman Pablo Centella presented this week a new edition of the Participatory Budgets, an initiative that allows citizens to choose the destination of an important part of the City Council investments.
Ya anunciamos hace varios años.
Since our arrival to the municipal government, citizen participation in the management of the City Council has increased considerably, with initiatives such as the Participation Portal, a website where citizens can directly submit their proposals to the government team, or the recent citizen consultation on the project for Antonio Machado Avenue. The councilman highlighted the execution rate as well as the budget.
Junto a esos otros elementos, como la consulta que vimos.
We present the third edition of the participatory budgets, which are biannual. We've executed almost 100% of the previous edition, and today we start a new one matching the previous economic item, 600,000 euros, with the citizenship participating through the municipal website, neighborhood meetings or street actions. We want our citizens to participate in this procedure, which allocates part of the budget to free choice by citizens, which means increasing the exercise of democracy beyond a vote every 4 years. Ana Garrido and Sabina Hagberg advised the City Council in this edition of the participatory budgets. Garrido has encouraged neighbors to join this space of participatory democracy that the City Council has made available to collaborate together in improving the quality of life in the municipality.
El presupuesto participativo es un espacio dirigido.
This year we want to increase participation and debate among neighbors, and therefore we have raised several ways to participate. The mailboxes in which the neighbor can submit your proposal in particular through the municipal website, and public forums for discussion and debate to provide together solutions to the problems that concern us. The process will start on Tuesday, November 29, will remain open until the end of January, and the calendar with the dates of the various forums will be disseminated through various channels. Habecker informed on how to participate.
A partir del martes 29 comenzamos presupuestos participativos.
The mailboxes to participate individually will be installed in the exhibition center of Benalmádena Costa, Casa de la Cultura at Arroyo de la Miel, the Town Hall in Benalmádena Pueblo, and in the Innova building. The calendar of the various discussion forums will be announced through posters and brochures, which will detail the locations, times, and dates of celebration.
UK's embassy in Spain is informing Britons on how to prepare to participate in the next Spanish local elections. The process requires UK residents to have been living continuously during 3 years, as well as to register in each occasion.
Britons are already preparing to participate in the next local elections. After Brexit, there are different rules for UK residents in Spain and a new system to follow if they want to choose their councillors next May. There was an important clarification this week on the process. British residents in Spain have to follow if they want to sign up to vote in local elections in May next year, and there will only be a 6-week window to register opening on December 1st. Before the UK left the European Union, British citizens could vote in European and council elections in Spain by filling in an extra form once they were on the Town Hall Census Padrón. That system does not exist anymore. Instead, the vote is only available to those who have been living in Spain continuously for 3 years and who registered to vote in local council elections each time the date every 4 years is approaching, even if they have been registered before. Britons can no longer vote at all in European elections. Sources stress that this not mean re-registering on the municipal census but the separate electoral roll for council elections. The next vote for local councillors is on May 28, and the period for British residents to register to vote who have been living in Spain 3 years or more will run only from December 1st this year to 15 January next year. Messages from the UK Embassy on its Brits in Spain Facebook page this week and from some local authorities with high numbers of British residents have explained that a letter to all those eligible to register to vote is being sent out by the Spanish Electoral Census Office in the last few days of November and first days of December. This will set out the process and is being sent to the addresses held on local councils' patrons. The letter is expected to contain a form to fill in and return by post by 15 January to register or details of registering online. In the event that the letter does not arrive or if a person has questions, the UK Embassy has advised Britons to contact their local town hall. The embassy informed that thanks to the agreement that was signed between the UK and Spain in 2019, all UK nationals who have been resident here for 3 years are entitled to vote. They also state that UK nationals must be registered on the municipal census and confirm registration on the electoral roll within the dates set by the electoral authorities before each election. Residents from other European countries that remain in the European Union have not seen to voting registration system change. UK citizens can still stand as local councillors as well if they have been in Spain 3 years.
Planeta Explora has been promoting science in our municipality and in general in the province for 10 years. This week we visited their new center in Puerto Marina, where they are developing the activity Cuido mi Mar in collaboration with Sea Life.
The mayor of Benalmádena, Víctor Navas, visited on Monday the new facilities of Planeta Explora in Puerto Marina, where they organize the activity Cuido mi Mar in collaboration with Sea Life. Navas, who was accompanied by other members of the government team, held a meeting with the manager of Planeta Explora, Germán Bernal, with whom he visited the center. Navas explained that they wanted to know about this new project and he highlights the value of scientific tourism as an attractive.
Hoy queríamos visitar una de las empresas más emblemáticas y más
Planeta Explora is one of the most emblematic companies in Benalmádena. They receive groups of school students with whom they carry out science experiments experiments in an attractive and fun way. They are a pedagogical reference inside and outside the province. We are confident in the relaunch of Tivoli, and we hope that sooner rather than later the park will reopen its doors, but meanwhile they needed a new space where they can continue to develop their activities and continue to grow as a company. He also emphasized that they will be active during the summer with camps and a science museum. We come to know a project that unites scientific tourism with a proposal similar to initiatives such as the Aula del Mar or the City of Science in Granada. This new space is born from the synergy between Planeta Explora and Sea Life. Now, students who visit the aquarium will be able to perform experiments in Planeta Explora, creating a unique tourist package that is good for Benalmádena. We will study a project to develop summer camps, facilitating family reconciliation, also using it as a science museum open to tourism, a space to learn about science in a unique environment. Bernal spoke about the success of these first months, highlighting the reach. The space is perfect to combine environmental and scientific education projects such as Planeta Explora with a proposal such as Sea Life. I'm satisfied because just 1 month after its opening, we already have reservations from schools throughout the province until June 2023. We have been working in Benalmádena for 12 years in Tivoli, which is still our home. I want to send a message of support to the staff. I am sure that we will relaunch our activity in the park. Before closing due to the pandemic, we received 60,000 children in our facilities in Tivoli, and we will soon reach 100,000 in this new space. The marketing director of Sea Life Benalmádena, María Morondo, was delighted with this collaboration and stressed that the project is well received.
Sea
Life support the proposal for Planeta Explora to have this space in Puerto Marina from the very first moment. Our program Cuido Mi Mar, a combined package in which children visit the aquarium and then enjoy an hour of scientific dissemination and environmental awareness with Planeta Explora, has made us a benchmark with a successful response from the educational community.
And these are today's headlines. Minute of silence against gender violence. Tenders deserted due to price increases. New edition of the participatory budgets. UK residents in Spain prepare for the local elections. Planeta Explora arrives to Puerto Marina. The weather forecast for the weekend will leave us with cloudy skies on the west coast and inland mountains, where weak and occasional precipitation is not ruled out, predominantly cloudy skies in the rest. Morning mist and minimum temperatures unchanged, around 10 degrees, with maximums of 17 and light variable winds. And that's all. Thank you for watching us, and remember, you can stay updated on our website or social media profile on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night and enjoy the weekend.